You're welcome once again to my channel and to Microsoft PowerPoint creativity. Okay, so we're going to be having another amazing PowerPoint creative tutorial now, and it's kind of similar to what we've had before, but let's see how we can apply what we already know in a creative way to get an amazing slide. I think I'll be working with 4 or 5 slides for this tutorial. So as usual, I'm going to clear off this text box, and what I want to do is actually close to what's it called now? Okay, when I remember, I'll let you know. All right, so I'm going to insert a picture now. I've downloaded some pictures already that I'm going to be using for this tutorial. So I'm inserting the first one, and once you insert it, yes, the word is carousel. The word I wanted to recollect is carousel. So I'm going to be doing something similar to a carousel, like when you have a group of pictures and then it's sliding, appearing on the screen one after the other, like it's moving, it's on a motion from left to right or from right to left in a sequence. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut this and then right click, click on format background, select picture or text, and then use clipboard. Now, why it's able to pop out once I click on the clipboard is because I've copied or I've cut the image, so it's available on my clipboard. Either you copy or you cut, it will be immediately available on the clipboard, so you can use it anywhere you have clipboard. All right, so maybe I should just insert all my images first. Okay, let me do that so that I'll have all my images ready, and then I'll just continue with the rest of the design. Okay, so I need a new slide. I'm going to remove all of this. I'm going to duplicate this once and for all. Duplicate for, let me see, 5. Or if I'm going to use less than that, then I'll remove one. So I'm going to insert picture, excuse me, and which is the next one, motion graphics. Okay, and I'm going to do exactly what I did with that cut, pattern, texture, and clipboard. So the next one, I'm just going to speed up now so I don't bore you with a lot of talks. Video editing. I'm going to cut and come back to texture, picture view, keyboard. Next one, insert. Okay, I think it's the fourth one. So web design. Okay, I'm going to cut. Come to picture, texture, keyboard, and then lastly, insert picture. This for this I'm going to be using 2 images, but let me bring in the first one first, then cut, make it the background, keyboard. Okay, so the second image is just going to be on this one, so I just want it to be part of it because I also want to use this particular carousel. It's my brand's carousel. So I'm designing for my brand, and I'm also teaching you how to do so for your own brand too. Okay, so here you go. I'm gonna put it right here. This last image I just brought in, it's in PNG. That's why you see that it doesn't have a background. I believe you know how to remove the background of the image. All right, so carousel. Okay, we're good. So I can start from the first slide now. Alright, what I want to do is insert a shape, a rounded rectangle. I'm going to draw a rounded rectangle, something like this. And to be sure that this rectangle is at the center of my slide, I come to alignment and then align middle. So this way it justifies all the sides and make sure that the shape is in the middle of the slide. So I come here. I want it to have a white fill here, white, and I don't want any line, no line. I don't want the shape to have any outline, so I'll remove the line, and I'm going to put the transparency on 25%. So it depends on you. You can put yours in 30% or whatever your choice is. So I'm going to make sure that all my slide has the same shape, rounded rectangle. So I'm going to copy it and then paste all through. Sorry, I didn't copy it properly. Copy, paste, 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 and paste. Yeah, we're good. Back to slide 1. Alright, so the next line of action here is to begin to impute my other elements of the design. Of course, I want to use my brand's acronym, my brand's name. I want to spell it in an acronym for this tutorial. So I'm going to insert text box. Then the first letter of my brand is yeah, your guess is as good as mine. It's I, the letter I, and I'm going to highlight it, change the font to impact. But you say I love impact so much. I use impact almost every single time I record my tutorial. Alright, so I'm going to put the font size and guess what the font size will be. No, you're wrong. It's 400 or maybe more. Well, let me just leave it at 400. Put my font size at 400. And so in order to reduce the duration it takes me to record this video, I've done part of the work, which I'm just going to open up the slide now and just do a copy from there. So this is part of the work that I've done. It's just a write-up of what I'm going to be needed for the tutorial. So I'm just going to copy this now. Once I highlight the two, holding shift and then copy back to my slide and then I paste it here, right here. Okay. So it's just the later part of the tutorial. So, but before then, I'm going to highlight these two shapes. I mean the text, the letter I, and the shape, the initial shape I drew, which is the rounded rectangle. So I'm going to hold the shift key down and then click I, then shape formatting. I'm going to change the mesh shapes to subtract. This way is going to reference the image behind, at the background of the slide. So that is that. Go to the next slide, and as usual, go back to where I have this text, make a copy, and then switch back to where I need it to be pasted. Paste. Okay. And the same way, in the spell of Irish, you know that the next letter there is R. So I'm just going to insert my text box again. Insert. And I'm going to click R on my keyboard. I'm going to highlight it like I did the previous one and change the font to impact and then increase the font to 400, just like that one. Okay, so I'm going to have to fast forward this process in order not to take much of your time until the end of all the slides. I'm going to repeat this same process until I complete the remaining three slides, but I'm going to fast forward it so that I don't take much of your time on each of the slides. So I believe you already understand. So let's go. I'll see you on the other side. All right. We're done with all the slides. The same procedure as you can see from the first slide to the second slide to the third slide, fourth slide, and the fifth slide. All together, they make up the spelling Irish, which of course is the brand name for this channel and for what I do too. So other details are in the content. You can go through them if you want to know what I do. So and also the image communicates exactly what I do, except of course if you also want me to include it. And this video is making it look like I'm actually advertising my brand, but in the real sense, I'm teaching you how to get this done. All right. So the only part that is left of this tutorial now is to just put a kind of transition, and that's all right. So but I'm just going to do that quickly. So I'll put highlight everything from the last slide, and I'm going to hold down the shift key and I'll click the first slide. So that's to highlight all the slides. Now go to transition, and then I have rotate. Yes, rotate. Okay, so go back to slide 1 and then hit the slideshow. Ta-da! Beautiful, right? Okay, so you can add the remaining animation or the process that the time it takes on the screen. You can set that up from the animation where you put the time taken for each of the slides to stay on the screen. So, but this is all I have for you for this tutorial. That's all it takes. I hope you learned something in this tutorial. I want you to share this video. I want you to like and see you later. Thank you. Bye for now.